Now, picture the scene. Settle in. You're in your garden, pottering away in your potato patch, and you dig up a skull. Your partner then comes out of the house and tells you, no, don't worry, that was my ex who I murdered. Now, this absolutely happened. It was in Siberia. A man has accidentally dug up his wife's first husband before she confessed that she had killed him 20 years ago and calmly said, bury the remains, forget all about it, we won't tell the police. She says her ex had been physically abusive towards her. So there you go, bit of a twist on it. Nadia, what would you do?
Oh, my goodness. Well, it's interesting, because when I've been talking backstage to various makeup and all our friends backstage, nearly everyone has said that they would cover up for their partner.
Run.
Really?
Run away, Nadia.
Yeah, no, but I think if it's my Mark and I know him very well and he told me something terrible had happened and he'd been under duress and he'd felt threatened and he'd killed this person, he'd buried them and this person was a brute, I would probably believe him and I probably wouldn't tell the police.
You'd be the next skull under the potato patch. That's what would happen.
How would you sleep at night, though, knowing that your partner had... I'm not saying whether I would or wouldn't, but just thinking about it as the authority on real-life crime. How would you sleep next to Mark knowing that he had done that, regardless of the reasons? Every time you had an argument...
Well, because of your conscience or because you were nervous he was going to do it with you?
Well, because you... Of course, not because you were conscious of it. Oh, I could sleep with the covering up thing.
Yeah.
It would be the fact that he might do it to you.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's what Andrina says. I'd start sleeping with one eye open just in case I was next.
Also, I'm not being funny, but if this woman accidentally killed her husband because he was being, like...
I don't think
she doesn't say accidentally.
did.
She did it on purpose.
Oh, no, I just know. I would be on the phone to my mum. I'd be like, Mum, come and get me.
Really? Well, even if you've had a life together, you know, and I think of me and Mark, 16 years, 4 children...
Nadia, it's murder,
what does it take to kill somebody?
I know, but I just think that
imagine what it takes for a person to physically kill somebody.
No, but it would have to be extenuating circumstances. They'd have had to have done something terrible to them.
I can't believe you're saying this, Nadia.
OK, so if it was your child and they said, oh, God, Mum, this person was just brutal and terrified me...
Well, you've got to put it into the law. You've got to put it into the hands of the law.
Police or
If there's mitigating circumstances to be taken into consideration...
Yeah, but we know that the law's not always on your side, you see.
No, it's not, but I'm sorry you'd have to do that.
The more we talk about it,
anyway, do you want to know what the guy did?
What?
He went to the law. He went to the law. She's now in custody. And the audience is happy with that.
I don't think you'll do it against your family. I don't think
I'm already salivating about the 10-part series on Netflix that's going to happen about it. Because
we did do a poll on this. It said, would you murder your partner if they confessed they had murdered their violent ex?
Would you murder your partner?
No, you said murder.
If they confessed they'd murdered their violent ex.
You said, would you murder your
partner if they confessed?
That's 100%. No, it's not. Would you report your partner if they confessed that they'd murdered their violent ex? And 63% said they would report.
Just 63%?
But that's not that much. That they wouldn't. Yeah, so it's not quite as clear as...
I don't know if anyone in the audience here shares it, but Lincoln and I have an obsession with real-life crime. And no, clearly. And it's not... I don't like watching horror films. I'm scared. It's not like I want to see the murder, but I'm obsessed with the psychology behind the murder. So I would be so fascinated to know how, you know, what had led that woman to it, but how she'd covered it up. The best one ever is The Jinx, if you've seen an Evil Genius at the minute as well. But Lincoln and I now go to the dark web of crime. So we found these on YouTube that have not been on the sort of television yet. I mean, you can't actually believe some of them that you've never actually heard of them before.
So what, you like to see the murderers being interviewed? You like to hear the actual murderers
when they're in the investigation room, in the interrogation room, I don't want to see an actor with rubbish music playing the murderer. I want to see the real murderer.
The actor.
That's like that 24 hours police custody. I love that.
Bit lightweight. It's all right, but a bit lightweight for me.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
She's on the dark web.
Yeah,
well, listen,
on the dark web.
I'm going to lighten this up. This is making me feel a bit creeped out, to be perfectly honest.